Afghanistan, Taliban militants taking to the street to mark 1 year in control of Kabul as a new Republican report accuses the White House of knowingly misleading all of us about our withdrawal.
Republicans on the House Foreign Affairs Committee saying, quote, the choices made in the corridors of power in D.C. led to tragic yet avoidable outcomes. 13 dead service members, American lives still at great risk, and increased threats to our homeland security.
But the White House says, quote, this partisan report is riddled with inaccurate characterizations, cherry-picked information, and false claims. Congressman Brian Mast is one of the Republican members behind the report and earned the Purple Heart while serving in Afghanistan, and he joins us now. Congressman, great to see you this morning.
Good morning.
What can we hope to accomplish 1 year later in terms of truth and accountability?
Well, for the American service member, it's important because it goes to our core. It hurts us. It's something that still haunts a lot of us. And I think what we need to learn from this is that the most significant military operation of the entire war, withdrawing from Afghanistan after 20 years, the administration didn't plan for this. They purposefully did not have a plan. They purposefully did not go through exercises of seeing how this would work out or how they would get people out of there or how they would deal with visas. They didn't want to do sand tables. And what we learned from all of that is that when you don't do that, as the military already knew, you will fail. And I just want to make one other quick point on this. The reason this is so important is Afghanistan, to me, it's a crappy piece of dirt and rock. But it's also a place of hallowed sacred ground because I lost countless friends there.
Yes.
I saw the greatest examples of selfless service take place, mission after mission after mission. And this administration was unwilling to put any planning into getting out of that place. It really is a heartbreaking thing.
Well, Afghanistan, it is in Afghanistan where you lost both of your legs. And so you understand that. And it's got to just hack you off to know that Joe Biden's general said, Mr. President, please leave at least 2,500 troops there, plus the NATO troops, just to keep this from falling and descending into chaos, which it did when it completely pulled out. And now all those American families, and you know a lot of them, who lost a loved one are going, all of that was wasted.
Yeah. Here was the extent of the accountability to what you're saying. General Milley got in front of a committee and said, yeah, we got that wrong. That was the full extent of the accountability for what happened with 13 Americans being killed in a situation that could have been prevented if they would have practiced it, if they would have planned it. This is the most basic military statement that we live under when we're planning for the smallest of operations. Yeah. Plan for the worst, hope for the best. They didn't want to see what the worst could be, because they didn't want to have to answer for it after the fact to say, yeah, we knew that could actually happen. And this is why Americans were killed. You think about that.
You know, Congressman, the State Department blocked all these officials from appearing before the House Foreign Affairs Committee. I know the GOP plans to subpoena these individuals so we can get some answers and find out what we did wrong, how we could do it better next time if Republicans win in November. Let's talk about this headline. All problems at our airports. Blame it on Florida. One of our most popular vacation destinations, always in Florida. So many people are flocking there. 1/3 of all of our country's flights go across Florida airspace. Is Florida to blame for all the problems we're having at airports?
No, I think there's a lot of people that want to get into Florida, which leads into congestion in part. But I think you still look at one of the biggest problems going on with the Department of Transportation, Pete Buttigieg, and the FAA. Here's one of the things. They want more FAA personnel to work there. If you don't have a vaccine, guess what? They're still not willing to look at you for hire. If you don't have a vaccine, they're still looking to fire you. This is still something that's plaguing every single government agency, that they want to haunt you with vaccine mandates and mask mandates and have you work from home because they still think that COVID is something that is, maybe the biggest thing that's affecting Americans in the way that they see it because it's politically convenient for them.
Well, and we're going to have a live report in the next hour about how the shortage of air traffic controllers is slowing down things all across the country. Congressman, thank you very much for joining us on this Tuesday morning.
Thank you.
Thank you.